Hello. Make your way onto a seated position on your mat. Although props are not necessary in this sequence, a blanket would be nice to have for Shavasana, or something that you can roll up to place under your head for a couple of the poses. And blocks might be useful if you so wish for a couple of the poses. Take a couple of breaths to settle in. Invite your breath to be natural, relaxed. During this practice, I invite you to practice from a place of calm, tranquility. There's a quote I have in my yoga studio. It says, "Tranquility, the peace that comes when energies are in harmony, relationships are in balance." So as you breathe, visualize that tranquility, the harmony and balance, and invite this into your practice. There are several poses today where we'll be getting into the shoulders. Do what you can, but if you have a shoulder injury, just be mindful of when you need to maybe do less of the pose. Or if it feels good, of course, carry on, but be mindful of how each pose feels on your body. So place your fingers on your shoulders, and with your elbows, make circles in one direction. And pause and go the other direction. And release your hands. Uncross your legs and bring your feet over to the side. With your right leg, make a 90-degree angle between your shin and thigh. And then bring your left knee to your right heel and make another 90-degree angle with that leg. Keep both feet flexed. And now you have the option of walking your hands over your right leg and resting here. Or if you prefer, you can walk your hands to the right behind you and then come onto your forearms. Maybe resting your forehead on the mat, or stacking your fists, or rolling up that blanket. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. So find a version of the pose that's comfortable for you, for your body. As you enter each pose, and as you stay in each pose, invite your body to release a little deeper and let go. be here for 6 or 7 more breaths. And one more breath. And slowly make your way up onto your hands. And just bring your feet over to the other side, making a 90-degree angle with your left leg. Left foot is flexed. And then bring the right knee to the left heel and make another 90-degree angle with that foot flexed. Maybe on this side you walk your hands over your left knee. See how that feels on this side. Or you can walk your hands to the left and rest on your forearms. Maybe rest your forehead on the mat. And breathe. Relax. Welcome the stillness, the calm in each pose. We'll stay here for another 7 or 8 breaths. One more breath. And slowly make your way back up. For the next pose, we'll be come onto your left side. And maybe start lengthwise on the mat at the back of the mat, and then reach your left arm across the mat, palm down. And now from here, draw that left shoulder back a bit, and then now roll onto your belly and straighten your right arm up over your head. If that bothers your shoulder, you can also bend that right arm and rest your forehead on a fist, or roll up that blanket to place under your forehead. Breathe here. Let your shoulder relax. Be here for about 5 or 6 more breaths. One more breath. Place your right hand on the mat, roll back onto your left side, and we'll switch sides. You can just slide over, coming on to your right side, or your other side. I think I did the same side as you. And so now straighten your right arm in front of you on the mat, flat out. And now roll onto your belly and stretch your right arm up over your head. Sorry, your left arm up over your head, or rest your forehead on your fist or roll up a blanket. Five or six more breaths here. Just breathe. Let your shoulder release. And now place your left hand under your left shoulder. Roll back onto your side. And from here, the next pose we're coming into, stay on your right side. And this time, place your right arm on the mat behind you. Bend your knees. And now you can either keep your left hand on the mat or reach your left arm up and over. But just adjust your legs so your left leg is slightly behind your right leg. And just hang out here. Tap into that calm. Breathe into any area that your body needs an extra bit of attention. Make any adjustments you need. If you'd like a bolster or a rolled up blanket for your pillow, for your head, you might do so. Another 4 or 5 more breaths. And place your left hand on the mat and come on up, and we'll switch sides. So roll onto your right side with your left arm on the mat, palm down behind you. And you can bend your knees so you're comfortable. Left hand can rest on the mat to support you. Draw the right leg back just a touch. Option to stay here or reach the right arm up and over. And rest here, maybe with a blanket for your pillow, for your head. Invite your shoulders to relax and open. And 5 or 6 more breaths here. And slowly place your right hand on the mat and come on up. So the next pose, you can lay on your left side, but bring your right hand, I'm going to show you from the back. So you'll be bringing your right hand on your back, palm out, and then your arms are going to, and then you bring your right hand up And then with your left hand, you place your hand under your shoulders. We'll be laying down like this. Don't worry about if your fingers touch or not. But that's where we're going in this pose. So lay on your left side. I'm just going to use my notes so I get it just right for you. Lay on your left side, bend your right arm up behind your back like I showed you. And then roll onto your back. And with your left arm, reach up and behind your head as if you could reach the fingers of your right hand. Now bend your knees and place your feet on the mat. Walk the soles of your feet together and let your knees open. And breathe. Invite your shoulders and hips to open here. It might feel uncomfortable at times, but just breathe in that calm, that tranquility that we invited into the practice. And invite your body to relax. Let it soften and release. Be here for a few more breaths. And slowly bring your knees together. Release your left hand, roll onto your left side enough to release your right arm. And now you can roll onto your right side, place your left arm behind your back with your fingers pointing towards your shoulders, and then roll onto your back. And with your right arm, reach behind your head as if you could get the fingers to touch behind your back. Bring the soles of your feet together and let your knees open wide. And breathe in tranquility and calm. Exhale anything that no longer serves you. Relax, let go. And 5 or 6 more breaths. And slowly bring your knees together. Release your right arm, roll onto your right side. And just come up to a seated position. And now roll onto your left side. You can either rest your forearm on on your elbow, or rest your forearm right on your shoulder. And bring your left leg, your lower leg, behind you, and bring your right leg in front. With your right arm, reach behind and grab your left ankle. And now with your right leg, straighten your right leg and bring it forward. If you'd like something for your head, you can place something under your head. Or you can rest on your elbow. Breathe here. This pose is called cat pulling its tail. Be here for 5 or so more breaths. And slowly release your left foot. You can roll onto the other side. And so, laying on your right side, either on your right elbow, or resting your shoulder on the mat, maybe using a blanket or bolster. Bring your right leg, your left leg, your top leg in front. Bend your lower leg, your right leg, with your left arm reach behind, grabbing the right ankle. Straighten the left leg and bring it up as high as you can comfortably do. do so. Just invite your body to open and relax. Think of letting go, of softening deeper into the pose. Be here for 4 or 5 more breaths. And release your ankle. And now roll onto your belly. If you have any props there, you can move them aside. And now on your belly, place each forearm on the mat. You can have the tops of the feet on the mat. Walk your elbows forward a couple of inches so they're in front of your shoulders. Fingers spread wide, forearms parallel to each other. And let your lowest rib cage rest on the mat. If you feel like you'd like to go deeper, bring your elbows a bit closer, almost directly under your shoulders. And just send your chest forward in Sphinx pose. Make any adjustments you need as you stay in the pose. We'll be here for another 5 or 6 breaths. And slowly release your elbows to the side, press your hands under your shoulders, and come up to a seated position. For this next pose, if your hips are feeling particularly tight, you can sit on a block or bring the soles of your feet together, but have your heels far away from your pelvis. So your knees are halfway between your hips and your heels, more in a square shape, rather than drawing your feet in close. They're further apart. You can sit on a block. You might start with your hands on the mat behind you, or with your hands just gently send your chest forward. Maybe your hands reach your feet. And just hang out here for a couple of minutes. Just think of letting go. Let your knees feel heavy. If this is uncomfortable, you can take blocks and place them under each knee to rest your knees on blocks and adjust them as you stay in the pose. I prefer not to use blocks. I find that they get in my way, but some people prefer to have blocks for the support. So see what's best for your body today. And breathe. Invite your body to release into the pose. Be here for 5 or 6 more breaths. Can you invite your body to soften just a little bit more? And slowly make your way back up. Place each hand on the outside of each knee. And with the help of your hands, bring your knees together. Now roll onto your belly. And rest, bend your elbows and rest, place your palms on top of each other. And now place your left cheek or the left side of your head on your palms. And now bring your right knee, bend your right knee and bring your right leg up. Left leg can stay straight. And just rest here. You might get a nice stretch on your inner right thigh. Let your body relax. Another 5 or so breaths. And slowly straighten your right leg. And now turn and face the other way so your left cheek is resting on your hands. And now bend your left leg and face the other way, straightening your right leg. I'll just turn so you can see what it looks like from the other side. Relax, release. Scan your body and tap into that calm. Does every cell in your body, in your mind, feel calm? Can you invite it to relax and be still just a little bit more? Another 4 or 5 breaths here. And now slowly place each hand under each shoulder. You can straighten the left leg and come up to a seated position. You're welcome to sit on a block for this next pose if you like. If you need to, you can bend your knees slightly. Let's start with your hands on the mat behind you. And with your hands, just send your chest forward. Maybe walking your hands forward. And we're just going to hang out here in this forward fold. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. Invite your body to soften. Let that soft tissue release and relax. Continue to breathe and soften. And 5 or 6 more breaths. And then slowly make your way back up. Bend your knees and place your feet on the mat. You can slide your hips forward and come onto your back. If you are using blocks, you can keep them handy. Walk the soles of your feet together and let your knees open wide. Again, in this pose I prefer not to use blocks, but an option is to place each block under each knee, if that feels more comfortable. And we'll be here for 2 or 3 minutes. Just let your knees feel heavy. Let them open gently, passively. Continue to breathe, relax from a place of calm and tranquility, and peace and quiet. Can you invite your knees to open just a little bit more? Just 5 or 6 more breaths here. Gently bring your knees together and softly hug your knees to your chest. And now lower your feet to the mat. Rest your arms on the mat away from your body. Slide your hips to the right, bringing your feet together. Let your knees roll to the left and turn your gaze to the right. Just relax into this gentle, passive twist. Slowly bring your knees and gaze back to center. Slide your hips to the left, bringing your feet together. Let your knees roll to the right. Turn your gaze to the left. And slowly bring your knees and gaze back to center. If you'd like a blanket for Shavasana, get it ready now. And if you'd like to place a bolster under your knees, you can do so. It just slides under your knees. You can adjust it forward or back to get just the right spot. And let your arms rest on the mat, palms up if that's comfortable. Adjust your legs. Invite your gaze to be soft, or maybe close your eyes. And just tap into that tranquility, the inner calm and quiet, as you rest in complete stillness in Shavasana. Gently deepen your breath. And softly move your fingers, your toes. Gently move your arms and legs. Maybe stretching your arms up over your head and stretching your whole body. When you're ready, softly hug your knees to your chest and roll to one side. Take as much time as you need to come up to a seated position. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.